Can I ask you, are you buying golden eggs, or are you buying the geese that lays the golden eggs? Now, what do I mean by that? Well, at the moment I'm going through a summary of a course by Evan Pagan, and it's his self-made wealth course. Now, he brings up an interesting point in that course, and that is, for a lot of people, if they were given £1 million or $1 million, they would go about spending it in the wrong way. Now, if I said to you, right, tomorrow morning you're going to have $1 million in your bank account, what are you going to do with it? Now, probably like the majority of us, you're probably going to come up with a shopping list that's going to involve maybe a large screen TV, maybe replacing the car, maybe buying some clothes, buying appliances, or buying all those different things that the majority of people would normally do when they receive money like that. Maybe go on a holiday or something like that. But you will find, as we're probably all well aware, that people who get a lot of money and who don't give it much thought will usually flit through that money and it's gone in no time. So all those lottery winners that seemingly started off with an incredible amount of money, and then all of a sudden then they're back at zero, and you're wondering how the hell did they burn through that money so quickly. Well, as Eben says, the majority of people look at that money in the wrong light. They look at buying golden eggs rather than buying the goose that lays the golden eggs. Now, what does he mean by that? Well, Bob Proctor brought it up a long time ago in one of his seminars, that the difference between an average Joe and a wealthy person or a millionaire is that they have multiple streams of income. Now, the average person will work a 9-to-5 job. They will show up, they'll do their hours, they're only paid for those hours, but that is one income that they have coming in, and unfortunately if that company goes bust or something happens, that income is gone. Whereas wealthy people have multiple streams of income. They may have a real estate that is bringing in a rental income. They may have products that are digital, that are selling on the web 24/7. They may have services, they may do seminars, they may invest maybe in gold. They have all these different incomes set aside that are bringing in a trickle of money, or in some cases maybe a lot of money, maybe coming in from different directions. So if you think of their kind of lake of wealth, we have all these streams coming in from all these different directions, filling it up, and when they dip into that lake to buy a product or a car or something like that, that lake fills back up again because the incomes are coming in and they're replacing it. Whereas the average Joe only has the 9-to-5 job, and they are dipping into that lake that is take a long time to fill up, if it ever does fill up to the level that it was before. So that's what Eben says. A lot of people would have that $1 million and they would flit it away on all those different things that aren't going to produce an income, and that are just going to probably over time wear down, need to be replaced, or maybe just be useless after a couple of years, and that money is gone. So what he said you should do is think about buying golden goose to lay those golden eggs. Now, although that is probably something that is a wise piece of advice to keep in mind in your offline life, the same works too for your business life. If you are thinking of maybe buying a product, or doing something with your business, or branching out in some way, think to yourself, am I buying this because it's a nice shiny thing, that it's a golden egg, and that in the long run, maybe this gimmick that I'm buying, this sales letter that tells me about this piece of software that's going to rip off Instagram and give me, millions of followers, or that it's going to automate Twitter for me without me doing anything, or, are they advertising a product where I don't need a website, I don't need an email list, I don't need anything at all. I want you to think about that. Is that a golden egg? Or is that something that is actually going to work for me in the long run? Can I set that aside? Could I possibly maybe train somebody up on that service, show them how to use that software, or take some of the workload off me, so I'm not pushing that red button all the time, making that software or that system work over and over again? Could I do something like that to make it a golden goose that's producing income when I'm maybe asleep, when I maybe take a few days off of holidays, that it will work in the background? Now, if you find maybe that product relies you to be there all the time, if that product means that you don't, like the 9-to-5 job, you need to be there all the time to make it work, maybe that isn't a good choice. Maybe you should look at something else that could be a golden goose that will produce an income. So in some ways, maybe you might think about, well, could I maybe hire a freelancer to do my writing for me rather than me doing the writing all the time? Maybe you could do something simple as just coming up with the storylines and hiring a writer to do that for you. Or if you're maybe a blogger, could you maybe come up with the topic for a blog post, write the bare bones of it, give it over to a more skilled writer than you are, and get them to do the work for you. So you could take some of the workload off yourself, but you could have this other person as the goose that will produce those golden eggs that you can rely on in the future. So think about what you're doing at the moment. What are you spending your money on, online and offline? Are you buying the big kind of shiny golden eggs that over time are going to break down, are going to cost you money or cost you time, and aren't going to be a wise investment? Or are you purchasing something that is a golden goose and that is going to produce an income for you, and especially an income maybe that you don't need to be there to create? So again, have you given any thought to maybe creating some digital content that you can put behind a sales letter that you can send traffic to, so you're not there teaching somebody all the time, that somebody can buy your product any time of the day, any place in the world, and that money is coming in as you're sleeping or if you're taking some time off or whatever. So think about that today. Are you buying golden eggs or are you buying golden geese? Because as I said, it does make a big difference. It means that your welch or that lake will constantly refill over and over again, rather than draining from it, and when you get back to it with your bucket someday, there's nothing left in the lake because you've taken everything from it. So give that some thought this week. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something from it. I know that point was a kind of an awakening one for me. Maybe it wasn't for you, but it was for me. But anyway, if you'd like me to discuss anything in these upcoming videos, you're very welcome to reach out. You can send an email to barryjmcdonald@gmail.com. Or if you'd like to know more about me, or you'd like to know more of these videos or the podcast maybe that you're listening to, if you do a search for writecom.com, that's WRITECOME.com, you'll find the website, the content, it's all over the place. Even if you do a hashtag search with Writecom, you'll find all the stuff I do all over the web. So, as always, thanks for sharing your time again today, and take care and have a great day. Bye bye.